Have you ever noticed someone who seems to move through life with an unusual calm? Someone who never appears anxious about money, even though they do not earn anything extraordinary. Someone who lives like everyone else on the surface, yet somehow keeps more money, saves more money, and quietly builds more freedom than the people around them. At first, you assume they must have a hidden income source, some secret advantage, or a stroke of luck you never received. But when you actually observe them closely, you realize something very different. Their life is built on tiny choices, the kind of choices most people dismiss because they feel too small to matter. Yet those small choices accumulate slowly and steadily, like drops of water filling a jar. Today, imagine following this person for an entire day and uncovering 22 of these unusual but highly effective habits. Habits simple enough for a child to understand, yet powerful enough to completely reshape your financial life. These are not extreme strategies. They are not painful sacrifices. They are subtle shifts that quietly work in the background. And as you hear each one, imagine how different your life could look 1 year from now if you applied just 2 or 3 of them. Stay until the end, leave a like, and let's begin. Tip 1. Adopt the live on less than you think mindset. This tip feels strange at first, because it sounds unrealistic. Years ago, I heard a story that explained it well. Imagine earning $10 and trying to live on $1. Of course, no one can actually do that, and you do not need to. What matters is the mindset behind the idea. It forces you to see spending differently. You start questioning what is truly essential and what is simply noise. Your income stops feeling like something to burn and starts feeling like something to stretch. This single shift changes your entire relationship with money. Even if you never reach the extreme, the attempt alone pushes you towards smarter decisions. This is the mindset that quietly builds freedom in the background while everyone else wonders where their money keeps going. Tip 2. Live off one income and treat every extra dollar as a gift to your future. Imagine 2 people earning the same amount. One spends every raise, every bonus, and every side income dollar the moment it arrives. The other lives entirely on their main income and treats anything extra as untouchable, reserved for savings or investments. In the first year, these 2 people look identical. Even in the second year, there is little difference. But 10 years later, they live completely different lives. If you can survive on your primary income and redirect everything else toward your future, you quietly create a gap that widens with time, without stress, without sacrifice, and without anyone noticing until it is too late. As you begin using extra income to build your future, your entire financial world starts to shift in ways that feel almost magical. This is not about deprivation. It is about using what you already have in a smarter and more intentional way. Tip 3. Use technology to save without trying. This is one of the easiest frugal habits because it requires almost no discipline. You simply use tools that quietly lower your expenses in the background. Apps that track gas prices. Apps that automatically search for coupon codes when you shop online. Apps that compare prices for you before you buy. Each saving feels small and almost irrelevant on its own. $5 here, $10 there, $40 somewhere else. But they add up. Over a year, this becomes hundreds. Over a decade, this becomes thousands. Frugality works best when it demands no extra effort, and technology gives you exactly that advantage. Tip 4. Join a buy nothing or local sharing group. Imagine needing something you will only use once. A ladder, a drill, a stroller. Do you buy it or do you borrow it? A buy nothing group removes that question entirely. You share what you no longer use, and others share with you. You save money, you reduce waste, you meet people, you create a small ecosystem where spending becomes optional. These groups are one of the most underrated frugal tools because they do something no coupon ever can. They eliminate the purchase completely. Tip 5. Repair before you replace. This tip sounds obvious, yet very few people actually follow it. We live in a world where upgrades are released every year and the pressure to buy something new never stops. But repairing your clothes, fixing your laptop, maintaining your car, and using your phone until it truly fails can save you far more than you expect. It changes your identity from a consumer into a caretaker. and caretakers spend less money while valuing what they own much more deeply. Tip 6. Negotiate your bills like a professional. Here is something most people never realize. Many of the prices you pay are not fixed. Your insurance, your internet, your phone plan, your subscriptions. Companies raise prices regularly because they assume you will not check. But spending 1 hour comparing options, switching providers, or negotiating rates can save you hundreds of dollars every year. 1 hour for several $100s. You will not find another activity that pays this much for such little effort, and we will go deeper into this idea again in Tip 14. Tip 7. Automate your savings before you can spend them. Most people save whatever is left at the end of the month. That is exactly why they never save enough. The secret is to reverse the process. Move the money the moment you get paid. Automatically send it to savings or investments. Do not rely on discipline, do not rely on memory, rely on a system you set up once. This is one of the strongest frugal habits in the world because it protects you from your own impulses. Wealth builds quietly in the background while your daily life stays exactly the same. Tip 8. Build a strong why behind your frugal lifestyle. This is the emotional backbone of everything. If you try to live frugally without a real purpose, you will burn out. You need a reason that pulls you forward. Freedom, travel, time with your children, leaving a stressful job, removing money anxiety forever. When your reason is strong enough, frugality stops feeling like sacrifice. It feels like protecting your future self. Once your why is clear, your spending naturally aligns with your goals. Tip 9. Use bulk cooking to destroy the biggest money leak. Food is a massive expense for almost every household, but it is also one of the easiest to control. Bulk cooking is one of the closest things to a superpower in frugal living. When you plan meals, cook large batches, freeze leftovers, and eat what you prepare, something powerful happens. You stop buying random items. You stop wasting food. You stop ordering takeout just because you are tired. You save money, time, and stress all at once. Most people underestimate how much food waste costs them. Bulk cooking eliminates that problem. Tip 10. Change where you shop and never shop hungry. This sounds simple, but it is life-changing. Grocery prices can vary dramatically between stores, even for the exact same item. Sometimes the difference is 30 to 50%. Same product, same brand, completely different cost. Switching stores is one of the easiest ways to save hundreds each month without changing anything else. And shopping while hungry is one of the fastest ways to destroy your budget. Hunger makes every unnecessary item feel essential. Eat first, shop second. Your bank account will notice the difference. Tip 11. Avoid paying for drinks. They are silent money killers. This habit is small but incredibly powerful. Bottled water, soda, daily coffee, drinks at restaurants. These are some of the highest profit items businesses sell. When you remove them, your savings grow quietly without effort. Bring your own bottle. Drink water with meals. Make your drinks at home. Make your coffee at home. Over time, this single habit can save you thousands without ever feeling like you gave up something meaningful. Tip 12. Embrace minimalism as a silent money multiplier. Minimalism is not about empty rooms, white walls, or living with one spoon and one plate. It is about finally understanding that most things you buy deliver a brief moment of excitement, followed by years of sitting on a shelf, stuffed in a drawer, hidden in a closet, or collecting dust in a corner you never look at. When you shift from buying to impress others or buying to escape boredom to buying only what truly adds value to your life, your spending naturally drops without effort. It feels almost automatic. Suddenly, you look around and realize that the things you own are the things you actually use, and the things you use are the things that genuinely make your life easier. Once you experience this clarity, you lose the desire to buy things to feel something for 5 seconds. Minimalism reduces clutter, lowers stress, and quietly eliminates countless pointless purchases that drain your wallet every single month. Tip 13. Use the 7-day, 30-day, or 90-day waiting rule. This is one of the most powerful frugal tools ever created because it forces emotions and impulses into the passenger seat instead of letting them take the wheel. When you see something you want to buy, whether it is a new pair of shoes, a gadget, or a kitchen item you believe will change your life, you simply write it down and wait. 7 days for small purchases, 30 days for medium ones, 90 days for big ones. What you discover is almost magical. Most of the things you thought you desperately needed quietly fade from your mind during the waiting period. This rule saves money not by blocking purchases, but by revealing which desires were temporary illusions and which were genuine needs. That single pause can save you thousands in a year without restricting your lifestyle at all. Tip 14. Try no-spend days, weeks, or even a full month reset. One of the fastest ways to break unhealthy spending habits is to cut the cord for a short period of time. A no-spend day means buying absolutely nothing except true essentials. A no-spend week removes small leaks like coffee runs, snacks, takeout meals, and late-night impulse purchases. A no-spend month acts as a full system reset. It forces you to confront where your money actually goes and reveals how often you spend because of boredom or routine rather than real need. The value of this habit is not just in the money you save during the challenge, but in how it reshapes your behavior afterward. After a month of intentional spending discipline, your habits, cravings, and routines shift. You return to normal life with a calmer mind, a cleaner wallet, and a deeper appreciation for what you already own. Tip 15. Track your money so you can finally control it. Most people believe they know where their money goes, but almost no one truly does. When you track your spending, even for just 1 month, you uncover forgotten purchases, subscriptions that quietly renewed, small expenses that multiplied, unnoticed fees, and patterns that have been draining your budget in the background. Tracking is not about judging yourself. It is about awareness. And once you are aware, you can make deliberate changes. You can cancel unnecessary subscriptions. You can set limits on categories that keep spiraling. You can identify which habits move you forward and which ones quietly sabotage your progress. Tracking is like turning on the lights in a room that has been dark for years. Once you see clearly, you cannot unsee it. Tip 16. Avoid fees at all costs. Fees are money leaks disguised as normal expenses. Bank fees, late fees, convenience fees, ATM fees, subscription fees, accidental renewals. Each one looks harmless on its own, but together, they become a large amount of money that disappears every year without providing any value. The danger is that most people never notice them because they are buried inside statements. But once you track your money consistently, these leaks become obvious. And the moment you notice them, you can eliminate them permanently. Switching to fee-free accounts, turning off auto-renewals, avoiding fee-charging ATMs, and paying bills on time are simple habits that cost nothing and save far more than expected. Eliminating fees is one of the easiest frugal wins available. Tip 17. Stay healthy to avoid the most expensive costs of all. Health is a financial asset that people underestimate until it is gone. Doctor visits, medical bills, missed work, medications, treatments. Health problems can drain your finances faster than almost anything else. While not every health issue is preventable, many are strongly influenced by habits you control. Staying active, sleeping enough, protecting your mental health, and caring for your body are not just lifestyle choices, they are financial strategies. When you stay healthy, you save money not only today, but for decades into the future. And the beauty is that many of the best health habits are free or extremely inexpensive. Walking outside, cooking simple meals, reducing sugar, exercising at home, managing stress. These are low-cost habits with incredibly high financial returns. Tip 18. Consider a smaller home or use house hacking to reduce your big just expense. Housing is the largest expense for most people, often consuming 30 or even 40% of income. Because it is such a large cost, even small changes create massive results. Moving to a smaller home, choosing a slightly cheaper neighborhood, or eliminating unused space can completely transform your financial life. If buying a home is part of your plan, house hacking is one of the most powerful strategies available. Renting out part of your home. Taking on a roommate or living in a duplex where one unit covers the cost of the other can dramatically reduce housing expenses, sometimes even eliminating them entirely. And when your biggest expense shrinks or disappears, every other part of your financial life becomes easier almost overnight. Tip 19. Pay your mortgage twice a month to save interest long term. This tip sounds too simple to matter, but it works because of how interest is calculated. Paying your mortgage once at the beginning of the month and once in the middle reduces the principal faster. That means less interest accumulates over the life of a 30-year mortgage. This approach can save tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even more. You are not paying extra money. You are simply splitting your normal payment into two smaller ones. This reduces interest, shortens your repayment timeline, and creates a quiet long-term advantage that compounds in the background. Tip 20. Invest in quality instead of buying cheap items repeatedly. Many people think frugality means buying the cheapest option available, but this is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Cheap items break faster, wear out sooner, perform worse, and end up costing more because they need to be replaced again and again. True frugality means buying fewer things and buying better ones. A high-quality jacket that lasts 10 years costs less per use than a cheap jacket that lasts 6 months. A well-made appliance that lasts a decade is cheaper than replacing a flimsy one every year. Quality is not about luxury, it is about long-term savings. When you shift from focusing on price tags to cost per use, your spending becomes smarter immediately. Tip 21. Change your dinner strategy to save money. While eating well matters, dining out is one of the most common ways people quietly drain their finances. Restaurant food costs several times more than cooking at home. Drinks are overpriced and portions are often smaller. Instead, consider inviting people over, cooking simple meals, or creating dinner routines that cost a fraction of the price but feel more satisfying. Something as basic as a potato dinner, homemade pasta, or a large pot of soup can feed several people for the cost of a single restaurant drink. When you change how you approach dinner, you do not just save money. You slow down, create memories, and reconnect with people in a more meaningful way. Tip 22. Learn basic DIY skills to avoid paying for simple fixes. You do not need to become a carpenter or electrician, but learning how to handle basic repairs can save an unbelievable amount of money. Unclogging a drain, tightening a faucet, fixing a loose hinge, changing a light fixture, patching a wall, or assembling furniture are all manageable with simple tools and a short tutorial. Most service calls cost hundreds of dollars just for someone to show up. When you learn basic skills, you eliminate those costs entirely. DIY is not about being naturally handy. It is about trying, learning, experimenting, and realizing that most household problems are far simpler than they appear. In the end, living frugally is not about restriction or sacrifice. It is about seeing your life clearly and recognizing that every dollar you keep, every habit you adjust, and every unnecessary purchase you avoid becomes a building block in the foundation of your freedom. These small choices, repeated over time, grow in ways that feel almost unreal, like compounding itself. You begin to understand, just as the rule of 72 teaches, that small decisions can double into something far larger. And when you look back months or years from now, you will realize that your transformation did not come from one dramatic moment. It came from quiet discipline that finally made your money listen to you instead of the other way around. As you move forward, carry what you learned today into your life. Carry these ideas into your everyday life. Start with one tip, or start with 3, and let them gently guide you into a new way of living. A calmer way, a lighter way, a way where money moves with purpose, and your choices feel intentional instead of rushed. Once these habits take root, once frugal living becomes natural, you stop feeling like you are fighting your finances. You feel like you are finally in control of them. And that is the moment when your life begins to shift, quietly but powerfully, toward the future you truly want. Subscribe to the channel, and if you want to go deeper into these financial topics, you will find full guidance in the video appearing on your screen in the next few seconds. I will see you there. Just a reminder, I am not a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes only, and any results depend on your own decisions and actions.